States when you've been over here?
Hi everyone, thanks for having me here. I really appreciate it. It's been always great for us to go to America and experience a different country, a different culture, but also to bring the joy to the fans of Man United there in the United States. It's always great to meet all of them. It's always great to have games there. Obviously, some big stadiums, what's always very good to experience too.
Bruno, congratulations on yesterday's result. You're coming off a 1-1 draw with the Gunners, a team you know very well. I thought you were outstanding on the day. You've been outstanding on the season. With a lot going on around the club, given kickoff ensuing, how much did the stadium change, the vibe of the stadium change, when your free kick went into the back of the net?
No, obviously it changed it a lot because we were not doing a great game. We were defending very well. We were very compact. We had some moments to counter, but was not our best performance on the ball, obviously. And from that moment on, I think the atmosphere changed completely because also then when we came back in the second half, we were a little bit more brave with the ball. We were playing more. We had more chances. We were more into the game, and I think that was seen by the fans, so that's why they start to come up with us too. You know, now in the Premier League you have massive walls, players very, very tall, they jump a lot, goalkeepers are well prepared. I try to prepare myself before the game with the goalkeepers coach, also to understand what's the weakness of the goalkeepers, what they do, what they normally do in certain free kicks, certain positions, if they have something that they normally do that I can point more to one side or the other side, try to understand where is the open side for me. But in that moment is about getting the focus into put the ball over the wall with a good pace, to not give so much time to the goalkeeper to react.
Well, you made it look easy, and you were so close to getting another goal. Surely you thought that's going to go in right at the death.
Yeah, it got me a little bit frustrated at the end of the game. I couldn't enjoy much my goal because I thought it was a big chance for us in the last minute of the game. I could have done a little bit better there. Obviously, it's easy now seeing the image what I could have done, but. I think I rushed too much my shot, and then I didn't point at the exactly point where I should have shot. But obviously, Raya did a very good save. I need to give credit to him. He went early. That's what I mean when I should have gone probably to the other side between the legs of Saliba. But obviously, now watching the image and seeing everything in slow motion,
sorry about that.
It gets much easier for me to understand what I should have done. And in that moment, 90 minutes in the legs, a lot of running and everything, I was just like, get the ball into the goal and try to score, but obviously Raya did a massive save for Arsenal.
Looking at just the week ahead and the week that has been, it's a massive week for the club. How important was it to put the performance you and the team put in and to get the result against Arsenal with the match ahead for Real Sociedad next Thursday, I guess this Thursday coming up?
So obviously, the situation we know that every game is massive for us. You know, we're not being at our best level during the full season. We are very aware of that. The league table shows that, so we don't need much more to think about. We just have to go to every game now and understand that everything we can do is improve, get better, get points. Obviously, now we go into a different competition where our aim is to go as far as possible and try to win the competition. Obviously, we know that we had a very good opponent ahead of us, a team that plays very good football, that has a lot of very good things, very good players in the front line where they can cause us a lot of troubles like they did in the first game. But we have our weapons. We see it in the first game that we can take control of the game. We created some chances. We were unlucky in some moments. But at home with our fans, I'm pretty sure that we're going to do a very different game with more intensity, with more push from our fans too, to get the result we want.
Yeah, it's a huge game coming up this week. How hungry are you and the players to go on and win the Europa League, not only for a trophy, but also for Champions League football next season as well?
No, as you said, we know what's in the game in the Europa League. It's not only about getting into the Champions League. Obviously, is a place where we want to be, and this club belongs to by the history of the club, and not. In the Premier League, we haven't done enough to be in the spots that will go to the Champions League. But we have a chance in the Europa League, where it's a trophy that from the beginning of the season was aimed for the club, aimed for the players, and we have to aim high. But in order to do that, we need to win the next game to get into the next phase, and then think about the next phase and the next team. But at the moment, our full focus has to be on beating Sociedad, because, as I said, very well-organized team, very difficult to play against. We need to be at our best level, like we did against Arsenal, to win the game in every aspect, attacking and defensively. We need to be at our best level.
Now, you're working with fellow countryman and your manager, Ruben Amorim, and it's been said that you two have a good relationship. You're quite close. What have you made, and what do you think of the job he's done so far to try and turn things around at a massive club like Manchester United?
I wouldn't say we are quite close. We don't speak that much, to be honest. He's a manager that is very, very quiet. He likes to have a joke here and there, but he does it with everyone, to be honest. Obviously, being the captain, most of the things that he wants to pass to the team many times come to me, but many of other times doesn't even come from him, come from his staff, from the team manager or whatever. Obviously, we have a good relationship, but I don't say that he's different than any other player. Obviously, he's someone that I knew the things he was doing at Sporting, because I was watching Sporting playing in Portugal, but was not someone that I knew personally. I've met him once that I went to see a Sporting game, and that was the only time I met him, when was hello and goodbye. But obviously, I knew the way Sporting was playing. I knew all the fans were excited with him there. I knew that the players were very happy with him at the club. I think we all seen the last game that he had, how much togetherness that the staff and the players had in that time. And we just want I think me and my teammates and the staff, technical staff, including the manager, want to recreate that. And recreate, obviously, winning trophies too.
Bruno, I don't know if you know, but Ruben Amorim was singing your praises yesterday and said, "We need more Brunos," as you always step up in the big moments. How nice is it?
I don't think you will want more Brunos. It will be tough for him.
We all want more Brunos. But how much do you mean to have the support from your manager, especially during this difficult spell for the club?
No, obviously it's very important, and at this club, the criticism and that it's very high, and it's very difficult to get good things when you are in a moment like this, and in a moment like this, no player can get away. We are all in this together. We are all in the same position in the league. We are all in the same position in the Europa League. We all get knockout in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, so no one is different. Obviously, every player wants to get praised, even more when it's from your manager. I think for me it means more, because he's the one that sees you every day in training. He's the one that sees you every day in game, how you behave, how you do things, how you try to improve yourself, help your teammates, and help everyone to become better. So it's very important. But I don't focus too much on the praises. I prefer to focus on whatever I have to improve, and whatever he wants me to improve to get better, and in way to get better to help the team to win games, because that's the most important thing for me. Nothing else will be more important than help the team to win.
Now, when you think of the young players that fans will get to see for Manchester United, which young players are you excited for, just the public as a whole, to get to witness in terms of their growth and their application for the Summer Cup?
I don't know. I don't know who's going to be there. So I think we have a lot of good players in the academy that are recently training with us. We have many players that could be there and be very helpful in the next season. Some of them have already played this season. I think we talk about a lot about them, but Kobe is still very young. Gardner is still very young. Then you have Toby, that's being in the team much more often. Someone that I really have spoke very, very well about him, because he's one of the kids that is eager to learn, wants to do more, wants to improve himself. He's someone always ready to fight and everything. Then in the youth we have some players. You had in the past, Chido came on, Aiden came on, also 2 players that just joined the club this season, and they being part of the team, and they will still be important for the remaining rest of the season. And then it will depend on whatever the manager will choose to go on the tour with us or not. I don't know if many of them will come with us, or whoever is coming new to the team. I think Patrick will be good for people to see also, because Patrick just came to the club in January, and I think will be good for him to experience the dimension of the club and to enjoy the support of the fans in America.
Well, talking of America, you'll have to...
Ruben Amorim hopes to have 3 more players available for United's upcoming Premier League game against Everton. United's new head coach sat down with reporters at Carrington in the wake of the UEFA Europa League draw in Nyon, Switzerland, where the Reds were paired with Real Sociedad in the last 16. But foremost in the Portuguese's mind was tomorrow's short trip to Merseyside, when United will fulfill the club's last-ever fixture at one of England's most historic stadiums, Goodison Park. The Reds lost 1-0 at Tottenham Hotspur in our most recent Premier League fixture, but Amorim hopes to have 3 absentees from that game available for selection on Saturday: Christian Eriksen, Manuel Ugarte, and Lenny Yoro. Asked at the start of the press conference whether it had been a better week, in terms of the health of his squad, Ruben replied yes, because we don't lose players. We recover players. Chris, Manu and Lenny return, and, with Chris, it was a misunderstanding. I want to be really clear on that also, because of Chris. He's healthy and ready to play for many years in a high level. It's just my limitations explaining the injuries. I want to make this really clear. Questioning then moved on to the Reds' other injured figures, most notably, Ahmad, Toby Collier, Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount and Luke Shaw. It's hard to know about the others, he admitted. Ahmad is for a long time. I think Mason Mount continues to make his recovery. Luke Shaw continues to make his recovery. I don't have a day for his return. Toby Collier seems to be the closest one, but not now. Kobbie Mainoo is recovering. We have to adapt to use the players we have for the schedule. Altay Bayender is making a recovery, Tom Heaton is making a recovery, Amorim continued. Again, I don't have a day, but they are recovering. Everton vs Man United prediction: David Moyes to inflict further woe on former club. There will be no divided loyalties for the former United boss, who left Everton in 2013 to replace Sir Alex Ferguson at Old Trafford, only to be sacked less than 12 months later. Now his Everton side sit 1 place and 1 point above the Red Devils after securing 4 wins and a draw from their last 5 league matches. United, on the other hand, have won just 2 of their last 9 matches, against Southampton and Fulham, but go into the game on the back of defeats to Crystal Palace and Tottenham. Everton vs Man United betting Moyes to get the measure of United. One thing that is guaranteed from a David Moyes side is that they will be organised and work hard, but the same can't seem to be said of Manchester United right now. A lot of criticism has fallen on the manager Ruben Amorim, who has won just 9 of his 21 games in charge, but when are the players going to realise they need to do more? The same players failed under the previous manager Erik ten Hag, and some of them continually disappointed under Ralf Rangnick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before them. It's always easy to blame the manager, and of course, it's easier to get rid of them than players on 5-year contracts, but right now it's hard to see how anyone could improve United. They are struggling to score goals, after failing to score in 5 of their last 9 games and bagging just 28 in their 25 league games, 1 more than Everton. But they have conceded 4 more, and the Toffees have kept 9 clean sheets this season, which is just 1 less than both Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, who have the most with 10. It's been a long time since the football betting sites had Everton as the favourites to beat United, but they are offering 138 on David Moyes' side taking all 3 points. You can get 19.10 on a United win and 94 on a draw. United have won the last 6 meetings between the two sides, including the last 2 matches at Goodison Park. Last season, goals from Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial earned them a 3-0 win, and we all know that only one of those players is still at United now. The season before, the visitors came from a goal down to win 2-1 thanks to goals from Antony and Cristiano Ronaldo. Everton's last home win over United came in April 2022 when Anthony Gordon scored the only goal of the game to secure all 3 points. As Everton boss David Moyes only managed 3 wins over United in 24 attempts between 2002 and 2013, but the best came just over 15 years ago when his side came from a goal down to secure a 3-1 win thanks to goals from Daniel Bilyaletdinov, Dan Gosling and Jack Rodwell. Despite their recent results, I'm still backing Everton to take all 3 points on Saturday and continue their climb up the Premier League table. Everton vs Man United prediction: Beto to bag again. Striker Beto has really stepped up after the latest injury to fellow striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin, with 4 goals in his last 4 games. He scored twice in the 4-0 win over Leicester at the start of the month, before following it up with strikes against Liverpool and Crystal Palace to take his tally for the season to 9 in 22 appearances, but 2 of those were for Everton's U21 side in a 3-1 win over Tranmere Rovers in the EFL Trophy. Betting sites are offering 132 on him scoring first, 61 to score last, or 2,910 to score at any time.